Okay, so today we're going to look at the idea of the equation of a line. The form that we're going to use most of the time is slope-intercept form. That basically is also called function form, y equals mx plus b. We need to remember what these values are. That, b, is the slope. Sorry, the m is the slope, and the intercept, the y-intercept, is b. And the x and the y refer to every single point that could be on the line. All right, so every ordered pair, x comma y, on the line. Notice, by the way, the y is on the left and the right in the equation, but in the point, x is on the left, y is on the right. Just something to pay attention to. Now, what do I want to do with this? Well, we'll take a look at these 2 points here and figure out if we can get the equation of the line. Do the 2 points form a line? Well, think about it for a second. Any 2 points are going to form a line. You can sort of draw it in there. I'm intentionally not doing this with a ruler. And they're going to form a line. By the way, if there are 3 points, they might form a line. Otherwise, they would form a triangle. So, how are we going to find the equation of this line? Here are the pieces we have to look for. First of all, the slope. We use the formula m equals delta y over delta x, in which case I can do rise over run, rise, run, and I can count the amounts from, I usually go from left to right, that's the easiest way, or I could do the subtraction y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and that would calculate 6 minus negative 4 over 8 minus 3. Either way, I'm going to get the same values for the rise and the run. 6 minus negative 4 is going to be 6 plus 4. 8 minus 3 equals 10 over 5 equals 2. Incidentally, these two numbers, 10 and 5, are the same values I would get for the delta y and the delta x when I'm calculating this out. So I take my slope, replace it into the equation. Y equals 2x plus b. Now I say to myself, hey, I've almost got the answer. B is the y-intercept. Well, it's there. But I don't know what that number is. And if I drew it super accurate, yeah, I could probably figure out exactly what that is, but I don't really want to have to rely on the graph. So what do I do instead? I can pick either of these 2 points. Since every point has to work on the equation of the line, I could use either point, plug it in for the x and the y, to determine what the value of b has to be. So I'm going to take the 8 comma 6. I don't want to have to use negative numbers. But you're going to have to use negative numbers sometimes. Now, as far as this solution goes, watch out, because it's always going to be the same way. You're going to have the b stay on the right side. So I get 6 equals 16 plus b. This guy is always going to come over across the equal sign. No matter what the question is going to be, it's going to be best to leave the b on the right, take care of this, and I get negative 10 equals b. So the equation of my line, y equals 2x minus 10. And so if you did it correctly, which we did, this is going to be crossing through the y-axis at negative 10. One last detail to be sure that you're right. You could test the other point, x comma y, replace it in to my equation to make sure it works. So that would be negative 4 equals 2 times 3 minus 10, which is in fact true. So, summary. You use the slope-intercept form for the equation of the line, calculate the slope, replace in the slope into the equation, replace the xy into the equation, right? That was my x, that was my y. And then solve for the b value. Let's do that here, number 4. Solve for the b value and that's going to give us the equation at the end of it all when we replace it in.